Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be coming up with this fun, bold, colorful look using products that I haven't yet used here on my YouTube channel. Now, being a beauty YouTuber, I buy a lot of stuff with the intentions of using it on my channel, but there are a lot of things that I just don't get around to using, whether it's stuff that I don't think is going to work out for me, stuff that I bought and then new releases came out, so I was more excited to have those things up on my channel. One thing leads to the next and I end up pushing stuff aside, and then I just never film with it. So today's video is going to be a collab with my dear friend Millie here on YouTube and on Instagram. Her handle is badtothebrow. If you're really into makeup, you're into fun, colorful eye looks, you're into multi-chromes, then you probably already know who Millie is. And if you don't, then you should. So she reached out to me asking if I would like to collab with her, and I jumped at the opportunity. I like watching Millie's channel. I like watching her creative flair. She just has a knack for color and she's very talented. So if you guys don't already follow Millie, please go check her channel out as well. I'm going to link it down below for you guys. Also, check her video out where she's using products that she's yet to talk about on her channel. Now, if you're not already subscribed to my channel and you like beauty and makeup content, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave today. Ring that notification bell while you're at it so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And let's get into this video. I think you guys are going to laugh when you see some of the products that I've picked out for this video today. So I'm going to start off with my primer, and I really didn't want to use a product that I haven't used before or haven't played around with enough. I want to use a primer that I know is tried and true. You guys are probably really sick of hearing about this by now if you watch my videos. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. She's almost empty. I've had this primer for almost 2 years, and we're just now getting to the end of the bottle, so I already bought a backup, no worries. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face, and then we're going to jump into this first product. Alrighty, so for foundation, I bought a foundation, a rather expensive foundation, several months ago. I bought it at the height of the pandemic. I think I was going through like this crisis, and I was just spending money on weird shit, and I picked up the La Mer Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. Now, I did actually use this in a video that I filmed, but the video never got uploaded. So I kind of, and it's the only time I've ever used this foundation. So I really look at that like it never made it to a video. Never even got uploaded. I didn't like the eye look in the video that I had filmed, and it wasn't because of the products I was using. It was purely technique. It was something that I did, so I chose not to upload it. But this is the product that I used to film that video, and it's the only time I've ever used this foundation. I don't even really know what I thought about it. I can't remember if I liked it or if I was not impressed. I don't remember. This foundation is stupid expensive. Dumb. I don't think any foundation should be that expensive. Just my opinion. But that's what we're using today. So I bought this foundation during like a Nordstrom sale. So I did get it at a discount. Not discounted enough. And when it got to me, the bottle was like leaking everywhere. There was foundation everywhere. I probably should have returned it and I didn't. You know what? Let's use the BK Beauty 106 brush. I gave this brush a try recently in one of my videos, and I really liked it. I feel like this is not the right tone for me. It's a little dark. And it stinks. Oh, I don't like the way that smells at all. It's taking my breath away. Why? Why do we put fragrance like that in our stuff? Why? And I'm not even really that sensitive to scent. This mug stinks. The shade that I have is 140 Alabaster, and it is like orange toned. Pardon me, I wasn't drinking, I swear. Not yet. I don't really know like what made me buy this, because it's not like this was like being highly talked about or like it was a new product and I just had to have it. I don't know what made me buy this. Like I said, I think with the pandemic and everybody freaking out and the stress, I just bought some weird shit. You know, there's so much stuff that I buy for my channel, stuff that I buy that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to review it. I can't wait to use it on my channel. And then I buy more stuff and I forget about what I already have. So I'm trying to get a lot smarter about what I buy for my channel because I already know it's bullshit. I'm not going to end up using all of it. Rude. All right, looking really orange. I think that even oxidized a little bit. Oh, a lot. Certainly did. I don't really care for that at all. And of course I'm past the window of return. You know, why would I return it? That makes way too much sense. I would say this is like a medium coverage foundation. I can definitely see some blemishes and some like discoloration poking through. Honestly, it looks pretty makeup-y at this point. Alright, the next product that I'm going to dip into is some concealer. So the concealer that I have is the Maybelline Master Conceal. Anybody remember this? So I picked this up because I've seen numerous people, like not even recently, let's be real, this is a pretty old product, but I've seen lots of people use this, whether it be in videos or just, I don't know. I don't remember when I saw this, but it was a long time ago. I want to say I've had this concealer a couple years. I literally just took the plastic cellophane off of it this morning. Don't know if it's going to be a shade match for me. I don't think it is. Actually, oh, that's pretty like orangey too. Well, this ought to be interesting. So I'm probably going to end up taking some Bye Bye Under Eye over top of it. I always do, but let's just see what it looks like. I don't like how that La Mer foundation is settling into all of my lines, like badly. It's pretty thick. Oh, I don't like that tone. I really have had this a while. Let's just blend and see what happens. Maybe it'll look okay because of how orange this foundation looks. Maybe, maybe not. I'm using a dry beauty blender, by the way. Oh, it's got fuzz on it. I mean, I feel like it covered okay. Maybe? Yeah, I still see some purple. I've heard people rave about these concealers, though. I feel like this would be better suited on me as like a brightening concealer, not so much as like one to hide circles and stuff. Because I feel like I'm going to get real crepey underneath the eyes. Love cat hair on my face, stuck in my concealer. I'm really curious to see what Millie has. I think I remember her telling me she didn't have that many complexion products. She was getting hot in here. You guys guessed it. I'm going to put some Bye Bye Under Eye underneath those eyeballs because they are looking rough at the moment. I'm cheating. Sorry. But hey, I'm keeping it real with you. Yeah, I'm less than impressed with the way this La Mer foundation is looking on the skin. It just does not justify the price tag at all. I feel like it just emphasized every single line and pore on my face. I don't even like the way this Bye Bye Under Eye is looking right now. Like, it's not a good makeup day. Already, and it's early in the game. So I don't have any like setting powders that I wanted to film with and never did, or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to go with my tried and true Nakia Joy Velvet Setting Powder. Currently, it's one of my favorites. It's really good stuff. Helps to make my skin look airbrushed. Plus, I want this makeup to wear a while. You know what? I almost forgot something. Was going to do faux freckles. I don't know if I want to do that now. Don't know if I want to do the faux freckles. Shit. Can you wear this over top of powder? Should you? I picked up the Lime Crime Freckle Pen a couple months ago. Probably about the same time I bought the rest of this shit. And I only used it once for like an Instagram post, but I was just like playing around. I didn't actually film the look. And I'm still like, should I bother? Because I am going to set my face and you might not even see it. Let's just do it anyway. Why not? We're just going to go for it. I'm going to scoot forward so you guys can see the catastrophe unfold. Now, I have freckles anyway, but I cover them up with foundation. Now we're going to add them back, because that makes a lot of sense. And I don't want them to be like super pronounced. Oh boy, what am I doing? I don't think I like that. It doesn't look right because of the crazy under eye concealer. It didn't look bad with the other look, but the other look was not this one. Captain Obvious. Alright, we're going to set my face. It's probably going to cover up all those freckles anyway. And this is going to oxidize my foundation by about 10 shades, but who cares? I'm starting to feel like this look is going to be a lost cause. Yo, I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat. This looks like shit. This looks horrible. I definitely don't think this is Lime Crime's fault. At all. This is my fault. User error. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So, we are going to add, like, bronzer and blush and all that stuff anyway, so hopefully it'll, like, calm it down a little bit. The biggest tragedy so far of today's makeup, so far, is the foundation. It has oxidized horribly, and it's just not It ain't it. So speaking of like bronzer and contour and all that stuff, the next product that I bought and never used for a video, or anything for that matter, is the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. I actually purchased this because it was at TJ Maxx on a deep discount. I don't know why. I certainly didn't need it. And I think in my head when I purchased it, like at the time, I kept thinking, well, I can do like a TJ Maxx haul because I'd picked up other stuff too. Never did. Never did it at all. This is what it looks like. But I'm going to use this shade here for contour. It looks like a really good contour shade. Don't know why I never used it. It's just, again, the lame shit that I do. I'm going to go in with my Sonia G Cheek Pro Brush. Y'all know I like my cheekbones. I wonder how old this stuff is. This palette came out quite a long time ago, from what I remember. Okay, that's enough. I mean, from what I can tell so far, I don't hate it. It's a contour powder. There's nothing so special about this that makes me want to reach into this over other contour powders that I have. One of my current favorites is the One of my current favorites is the Scott Barnes contour palette. I like the shade Carve. It is the literal perfect contour shade for me. This one, again, not bad, but it does still lean a little bit orange, which for this look isn't so bad since I'm already looking kind of Oompa Loompa-ish. Okay, so now we're going to move on to bronzer. Now the next product that I'm going to share with you that I've never used in a video is my Believe Beauty Bronzer in Hawaiian Glow. So there was a very short period of time when everybody was raving about Believe Beauty at the dollar store. That's what that looks like. Everybody was raving about how great their foundation was. Maybe not everybody, okay? I watched a lot of Allie Glines. I don't really watch Allie so much anymore, and it's nothing personal. I just go through phases where I watch people and then I don't watch people, and I'm kind of like we're on a break right now. Still love her. So she was raving about Believe Beauty. I picked up several things from their line, including their foundation. I picked up their bronzer. Did I use this? Uh-oh, now I'm having second thoughts. I don't remember if I used this, which is good enough for me for this video. I don't remember. Sorry, Millie. We're going to use it. I don't think I did. I feel like I looked at it and was like, oh, I don't think that's going to work, and then I just never used it. Maybe. I don't really know how I feel about it. I feel like it's not doing a whole lot. Am I crazy? I think the combination of the foundation not being full coverage and the freckles is really throwing me off because I'm used to having very full coverage foundation and it being like a blank canvas when I'm at this step. And right now it's looking a little crazy. I don't really know how to feel about this look quite yet. I'm not totally hating it, but I feel like it just doesn't, it's just not me. It's not my typical style. That's not always a bad thing. Actually, the freckles are kind of growing on me. Maybe I'm getting delusional. That's probably what's happening. Oh man, I forgot to use a product. See, this is what happens. I have an ass ton of products sitting in front of me and then I forget to mention something. I'll mention it anyway. Even though I'm not using it in this video, I'll still mention it. So I bought this RCMA foundation and concealer palette a year ago? Close to a year ago? Honestly, I don't remember. I bought it because I saw Tati Westbrook waving. I can't talk today. I should just cut it off and hang it up now. For whatever reason, every time I go to film with it, just like this video, I end up forgetting about it. And I totally did that unintentionally. I wanted to use this to like spot conceal with and maybe like cover up some of the discoloration before I went in with the foundation, and I forgot. So, RCMA, we live to see another day in another video. Just not this one. Moving along to the blush. So, I have several blush palettes that I picked up and then never showcased in a video. I don't even know, have I used these in like real life? I don't remember. I'm so bad at this. So I picked up the Morphe 8W. This is a very warm toned blush palette. I think it's beautiful. I feel like I've used this in real life, but I've never used it on camera before. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm probably going to dip in to Goals, which is this really beautiful coral pinky shade here. Maybe up here in the shade Beat. I don't know, we'll see. But I also have the BH Cosmetics Classic Blush 10 Color Blush Palette that I've never featured on my channel. It looks like this. Now I bought this on sale at Kohl's. look, I had just gotten a Kohl's card and I was like buying a bunch of clothes for my kids. And then I was like, oh, they got makeup. Let me grab some BH Cosmetics. And then I picked up this palette. I don't really know if I was going to do like a haul or if I just bought it because I thought the blushes were pretty. I mean, who knows? Who knows how my brain works? Nonetheless, here it is in this video because I've never used it in a video. But I think for today's look, I want to stick to the Morphe palette. Okay, so these Morphe blushes are very pigmented. So because of that, I'm going to use a brush that is a little bit more like floofy. That way I don't get clown cheeks. Even though, I'm not opposed to clown cheeks. I just don't know if I'm going for that in today's look. So I'm dipping into Goals, which is that really bright, beautiful corally pink. And if it's too bright, which I got a feeling it's going to be, I'm going to go over top of it with a darker shade. I mean, I don't really hate that. It's very bright pink. I'm going for that summertime vibe today. We got the freckles. We got the bright pink cheeks. Why not? See, this is what happens. I keep applying and then it gets out of hand. Okay, let's stop. Let's just stop it right there. Okay, so when we're moving into eyeshadow, y'all, I have a whole pile of palettes sitting over here that I never got to use in a video. I'm obviously not going to be able to use all of those palettes in this video, but I am going to try to, nitpick from a couple of them to see what I can come up with, because I've got a lot going on that I've just never been able to share with you guys, or I just never did share, for one reason or another. Let's prime the lids really quickly. I'm going to use the P. Louise Eye Base. If I'm going to be using a bunch of different eyeshadow palettes that I've never used before, I want to at least use a base that I know is going to work properly. P. Louise, Rumor 0.5, putting that all over the lids. Alright, so I do have one product as far as brows are concerned that I never shared here on film. Just because I don't know how this is going to turn out, I feel like this could be a major flop. What I'm referring to is the $1 Billion Brows MicroBlade Effect Brow Pen. Now, this is one of those brow pens that has like the little points on it. Let me see if I can get it to come into focus and show you guys what I mean. You see the little teeth on this pen? They are little tiny teeths. And it's supposed to give that like microblade effect. I don't know if it's actually going to do that. And I haven't used it yet because I'm afraid it's going to be a total flop. But we're going to try in this video because that's the name of the game. Before we use that microblade brow pen, I'm going to use products that I always use to build up my brows, which would be like a fiber brow gel. I'll use my Brow Gal brow pencil, and then when I get done, that's when I typically take like a regular brow pen. The ones I usually use is like the Lime Crime Bushy Brow, or I'll even use my Milani Weekend Brow Pen, which is like the same thing. And those give me those little hair strokes at the front of my brow. But for today, I'm going to replace that step with the $1 Billion Brow product. Let's see if it gives me that microbladed effect it's talking about. I don't know what good it's going to do now that I've got like most of my brows down. I guess I didn't think that through. I don't think it's doing a whole lot. Maybe I should have done this first. Okay, I don't think that it's working over top of the concealer and whatnot. Maybe it works better on top of bare skin. Because like when I do it on the back of my hand, it's fine. Nope. I don't care for that. If I keep doing it, we're just going to jack things up further, so I'm going to put that down and I'm going to jump back to a product that I know works for me. Let's use the Weekend Brow from Milani. Now when it comes to the eyeshadow, I have quite a few palettes that I've never shared with you guys because I love eyeshadow palettes, and I'll buy some and then I'll say that I'm going to make a video and then something else comes out and I want to make that video instead, and things are time sensitive because when you're on YouTube and you're a smaller creator, sometimes you have to be one of the first people to put a video out for it to actually get seen. Because once a palette has been out for about a month or even, a couple weeks, nobody is looking for those videos anymore, which means the video doesn't do very well. So this is not going to be like an all-inclusive list of palettes that I've never used on this channel. It's just the ones that I saw sitting in my drawer and that jumped out at me and I figured I would share with you guys today. So the first set of palettes that I'm going to show you is from Cara Beauty. This was their like High Times, or I don't know what the actual collection was called, but it was a set of 3 palettes. three very colorful palettes, all like weed themed. This one is called Orange Pop, and it looks like that. And it's really beautiful. Summery colors. We have Purple Haze. Looks like that. And then we have the last one, which is Girl Scout. Like I said, very beautiful color stories. I fiddled around with a little bit off camera, and I wasn't really sure how I felt about them. And I was afraid that if I started to film and got all the way through my base makeup and started on the eyes, that I wouldn't be proud of the end look, which is why I never use it. I'm just being candid with you guys. I don't know for a fact that would have happened. Sometimes I get like that when it comes to specific shadows. If I feel like I'm not 100% sure of how they're going to perform, then I don't film the entire video because I feel like that's a lot of time wasted. So, those three. And then I also bought the BH Cosmetics Summer in Saint Tropez. And I got this one, honestly, just because I really thought it was a cool color story, and I thought that the palette itself was just really pretty. I don't know if I ever really intended on putting it in a video, like when I bought it. I guess everything I buy has the potential to be put in a video, right? Because I'm on YouTube. But anyway, I don't know if that's why I bought this. I bought it because I thought the colors were pretty. Never used it. Not even to try it out, like just off camera. Okay, well, like I said, I've got several. We got several left. The next palette that I never used was the Nomad Studio 54. This was what they called their Disco Lighter palette. So the reason why I never use this one is because the shadows are super hard pressed in the pan, and even just getting a decent swatch irritates me. And I'm just keeping it real with you guys. So that's why I never used it. And this isn't one of those palettes it's not a standalone palette. Like, they're just shimmer shades, like duochrome shimmer shades. So I don't know. Never used it. All right, the next palette that I have that I didn't put in a video is my singles palette from Adept. And those are the beautiful shadows inside. So Adept Cosmetics has single palettes that they sell, and then they also sell a bunch of singles that you can put in those palettes. I mean, these are stunning shadows. Look how pretty this is. The only issue I have with this is their shimmer formula, or it's their diamond topper formula, is so mushy it feels like a wet putty in the pan. And I'm so afraid that if I put those on my eyes on top of an eye look, that it's either going to rub off whatever's underneath, or it's going to crease really bad, or it's just going to come right back off. I have no, proof behind that because I haven't actually used them on the eyes. I don't know if they just have too much, oil in them. I don't know. I don't know what they've put in here to make them feel so, mushy and wet. But that's why I haven't used this one on camera yet. And then last but not least, I bought the Glam Light Cake palette because I wanted to do a video dedicated to this as well. I've swatched most of the shades, never put them on the eyes, never filmed a video. So out of these palettes, I want to come up with a really fun, summery, bright eye look. At least get some use out of these palettes because, as we all know, they're not cheap. There's no sense in them sitting around collecting dust. Let's get some use out of them today in this video. Okay, so I'm trying to come up with a look that has purple and orange and maybe some yellow, some sunset colors. I don't know exactly what I'm going for yet, but I do know I want to use this shade out of the Glam Light Cake palette that's called Purple Frost. It's more of a warm tone purple, but it's really beautiful. So I want to start with that, and I want to start building it up in my crease area, and then we'll go from there. Because I sat here for a while, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to take a Morphe E18. It's a pencil brush, and it's just tapered up top. And I'm going to dip into Purple Frost. Ooh, that's a pretty purple. I need a bright orange, and I don't have a bright orange in the cake palette. All I have is this really bright, pinky, corally shade, and it's not exactly the tone I'm going for. Okay, I'm going to take the shade. We're just going to do a hodgepodge of different palettes here. I'm going to use the Purple Haze palette, and we're going to dip into this shade Faded right here, this really beautiful orange. Okay, now that I have that laid down, I'm going to take the smaller brush and I'm going to dip into a yellow. I want to use the yellow from the cake palette, the shade Pineapple. It is such a beautiful bright yellow. I think it'll look really nice alongside that orange and purple. We're gonna stamp and blend. Okay, this is where I'm at right now, and I'm just stuck on what to do next. I think I'm gonna build up that darker purple on the outer edges, and then I'll figure something to do in the middle, and then we'll flip over to the other side. Okay, I don't know how much of a smart move this is gonna be, but I'm gonna take, now I know this isn't included in the products that I haven't showed you, because I've definitely showed you Terra Moon's cosmetics, but this is the single Orion's belt, and it's this really beautiful blue color. It's shifty and it's sparkly and shiny, and I'm gonna put that right in the middle of my eyeball. Okay, I'm gonna take some NYX Multitasker Mixing Medium to lay that really beautiful shimmer down. Oh, I almost forgot to record. Whoa. Oh man, that is so pretty. Alright, I'm going to repeat that on the other eye. We'll smoke out the lower lash line. We'll move it on to the mascara. Do I even have a mascara? I don't even have a mascara that I bought for film and never used. So I'm going to finish this on the other eye. I'm going to do something on the lower lash line. We'll come back. I'll move on to the lips because I do have something for the lips. And then we'll wrap this video up because I have held you guys up long enough. Alright, so I think we finally have the finished look. It's a little loud, but it's a long journey here. So I added a couple more things. I went ahead and did the Terra Moon's shimmery shadows on the lids. I smoked out the same colors underneath. I put the same blue shimmer shadow underneath on my lower lash line. I used the Benefit Roller Lash for my mascara, which is not a product that I, neglected to use in other videos. I just love this mascara. I've been loving the LA Girl Neon Eyeliners. I use the shade Screamin', which is that yellow shade that you see on my lower waterline. And then for my lips, I use the Fenty Beauty, what is this called? Like the Sheer Shiny Sheer Lipstick, or whatever the hell it's called. Mine is in the shade Tang Thing. I bought this for the intentions of a video. I was going to do a haul video or something of the sort, and then I never used this on my channel. My only critique about this is it's a little bit sticky, and if you have any kind of dry patches on your lips at all, it's really going to cling to those. I exfoliated my lips a little bit, and it's not too bad now. This is a pretty loud look, I'm aware, but I'm kind of digging it. I kind of like it. Alright, so I think that's going to wrap up this video using products that I had not yet used in a video and stuff that wasn't really sure how it was going to work out for me, but I'm pretty pleased with the way this look turned out. You'll have to let me know down below. Did I pull it off? Was I able to pull it together? If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot, and I'm very grateful when you guys take the time to do that. If you've made it this far in the video and you're not already subscribed to my channel, I hope you consider subscribing before you leave today. If you do, don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you're notified of all my future uploads, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.